Hi, you're welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you the simplest or the easiest method of making a mermaid skirt with a smart body contour. Okay, so for the sake of this video, my hip in particular, you're going to measure your actual hip round. Then you go ahead and measure the back, that's from one hip side to the other side, the back side of the hip. You measure whatever you have, you now subtract it for your major hip round. Okay, and the left will be the remaining measurement will be for the front. Okay, so mine is 22.5 inches for the back and the front is 17.5 inches for the front. Okay, if you go with this method, you come back and thank me later. Okay, so for the waist round now, the waist round I'll be using for this is 32 inches. So 32 divided by 2 and by 4 rather is 8 inches. Okay, so I measure the 8 inches, then 1 inch for that allowance, as you can see. Then I divided this 8 inches by 2 in order to get the dart placement. So I'll be using 4 for the dart placement, then this 1 inch that allowance, then 2 inches for same allowance. Okay, then this measurement I talked about earlier, the hip round now for the for the front is 17.5. So you find the midpoint of 17.5 divided by 2, that's 18.75, 18.75. So I measure it, then I added 2 inches for seam allowance. Okay, then I went on to measure my hip. Also I used 5 inches for the hip depth. Okay, then half inch on both sides of the hip, then I'll connect it like so. Okay, so whatever I have on the hip line, I'll take it to the hemming. Then I'll mark it there. So with this, you can see that I'll first create a basic skirt before we go on to the mermaid skirt. So I'll go ahead and draft the pattern for the back also. So I have the waistline, the hip line, and the knee length. So that's the hip line, and this one is the knee line. So for your knee line, you measure from your waist round to your knee, to your knee. Then whatever you have, you go up by 2 or 3 inches. So pardon me please, my camera went off unknowingly for this part. So I only went on to fixing the measurement, the actual waist. Then on the hip, the 22.5 inches divided by 2. That's what I put on the knee, on the hip. You can see this one is more curvy than the front. This pattern is more curvy. Then the same thing I have on the knee length. On the hip, I took it down to the hemming. And also you add your zipper allowance to the back. Those are just the things I did. So now on the knee length now, I went in by 1 inch. Then I also take the 1 inch down to the hemming. Then you need to blend this part. That's just the thing. On the knee length, you go in by 1 inch and you connect it to the hip and also down to the hemming. So those are just the adjustments I did to this part. Meanwhile, we're going to do the same thing also for front. So now at your center back, I remove half inch also. Center back. So from this zipper allowance, I remove half inch from the waist and blend it to the hip. But note that when you are sewing your zip, you're still going to use your 1 inch. So automatically it's from the actual measurement I remove the half inch. This is just to help you create a good fittings at your center back. Now for the front pattern, on the knee length also, knee line, I also went in by 1 inch and connect it to the hip, and also take the 1 inch to the hemming, just like this. Then you blend the hip part to avoid any sharp edge. Okay, so we'll cut it out. And the back also, we go ahead and cut it out, so that we'll be left with the main pattern. Okay, so now starting with the front, we need to divide it. So first I remove the seam allowance, then I divide whatever I have. I just divided by 2, or you just take your dart placement, the dart line, you just take it down straight. Either way it works, but for the sake of this, I want more flay at the center without cutting my fabric at the front. Okay, so I'm going to splash this. I'll cut it open almost to the end, that's at the knee length. And remember, it's the center front. I started from the center front. You can see the way it is. Then also for more room, you can just demarcate the paper. Just follow the video carefully, you will understand. Just give it some division there and cut it down. I just need to splash the paper open, so almost to the end, to the tip also. You cut it like this. So all this is just to help to create more room. So this is what it looks like. So I pick another plain paper and spread it on top. So this method will give room for more flay at the center front without cutting it open like 8 pieces. So with this, your center front will be closed with you having some allowance there. So this is what the front will look like. And also now to the back. So I went ahead to divide the back into about 3 portions. So you stop at the knee length also. All this splashing, you stop at the knee length and look carefully the way I'm going with the cutting again. I started from down to the knee length and went sideways. You can see. So we're going to pick another wider sheet also and spread it. So I went ahead to open it more in order to have more spread. Then another thing, you can do this one directly on your fabric if you are sure that you're not going to waste the fabric. So this is it. If you only want ordinary flare without tail, you just trim it out like so. Okay, so now that we need the mermaid and the train at the back. So you extend it. You can measure how long you want the train to be, or maybe your fabric also, the amount of the fabric can be a determinant. So from the center back at the knee length, you now extend it. You only extend the center back down. You extend it this way. You just watch the video carefully. Self-explanatory also. So this is how it will look for the train. So the train, if you like, you can start from the knee length or you go up. There are some dresses you will see the train went up almost below. Okay, so you can start, you can go ahead from as in close to your hip line or just exactly on the knee length and measure your train. I said your fabric can be a determinant of how long you want it to be. Okay, so this is how it looks. Then you blend it back to the side seam. You blend the train back to the side seam because that side needs to be equal with the front pattern. So if you don't want the edge to be so sharp, yes, you can curve it this way. If you want it round, you curve it this way and blend it. So you can do the finishing by yourself. By the time you're done, if you notice some part is not so smooth, you just trim it off. Everything will align. Then you cut it out carefully. I tried this method and it really makes sense. So please try it out and share your feedback with us, please. So please, if you find it's this same pattern you use in cutting your fabric, you understand, the second one, as in the after opening it up, you place it on your fabric exactly and cut it out. So with this, it will give you the perfect mermaid style you're looking for with enough flare. So it depends on how free you want it to be. That's how you open up the cut out portions. Okay, and make sure the side seam on the front and the back is equal. Please, that part is also important. So here I have about 10 inches and the other for the back also I have 10 inches. So make sure they are the same. So I hope you find this video helpful. Please remember to give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.